This episode today, we're going to be talking about having mental strength as an entrepreneur, because it's very important to understand as an entrepreneur, your mental strength plays a very key point of being an entrepreneur, especially when you're trying to succeed in the field of entrepreneurship, because you never know. It might be a time where you have to face your fears. It might be a time where you have to be able to control your emotions to make the right decision and not the wrong decision based on your emotions. And you want to be able to stay disciplined and focused as an entrepreneur. So all these things tie into having mental strength as an entrepreneur, and why it's definitely important that you exercise your mental strength so you can be able to be ready at all times. But other than that, guys, man, tap in on episode number 35 of the Invest Brand Podshow. Yep. I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta chase the dreams of mine. I got a vision, I got a spark. I'm gonna turn it to a work of art. It's not about the money, it's not about the fame. It's about creating something that will carry my name. Entrepreneurship, that's the game. Building empires, creating change, bringing ideas to life, taking risks, feeling alive. Invest Brand Podshow. Grand Rising to all my investors self out there. Thank y'all for tapping in to another Invest Brand Podshow for this Monday. Thank you guys for tapping in. You know what it is, man. Today's show, we're going to be talking about the topic for today. We're going to be talking about having mental strength as an entrepreneur, because it's very important that you have mental strength and you exercise your mental strength, because it's important to stay ready at all times, especially as an entrepreneur, because times can definitely get rough, times definitely can get hard. So it's very, very important that you guys stay ready at all times. But before I get into the topic for today, you know what time it is, man. If you are listening, matter of fact, if you are watching this playback on our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drop, and also make sure you hit that like button. Take the time, hit on that like button, man, so the algorithm know this is a real pod show that we are dropping right now. And also, if you are listening to this on Spotify right now, make sure you hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode of the Invest Brand Pod Show drops on Spotify, guys. It's very, very important that you do that. And also, if you haven't already, made your way over to investbrand.com. Once again, that's investbrand.com, and subscribe to our email list so you can be notified when the official site drops, and you'll be able to get the new merch that's on there. You'll be able to definitely be in part of our journey and know everything that's going on in Invest Brand, that's happening and what have you, so you can be part of it, and because it's built for y'all guys. So it's very important that you do go and subscribe to the email list so you know what's going on. You'll never miss anything that's going on. But other than that, guys, take a quick commercial break, a quick one, and I'll definitely be right back with that segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote, then I explain to you what the quote means, guys. So definitely tap back in with me, man. Yep. Welcome back to the Invest Brand Pod Show, man. Thank y'all for tapping back in with me. You know what time it is, man. It's that segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. So for all my entrepreneurs out there, people investing in themselves, people betting on themselves, people out there pursuing goals, this is the quote for you for today. Today's quote is, "Vision without a direction is just a passionate dream." Let me read that one more time just in case you didn't hear it, just in case you didn't understand what I said. The quote for today is, "A vision without a direction is just a passionate dream." So what the quote means? The quote basically means is, if you like, I'm gonna put it like this. A lot of us out here, right, we have dreams of things that we are passionate about doing, right? And we have a vision of seeing how we're going to put it together, how things are going to go. But a lot of times, a lot of us don't have the direction to go with that vision, right? So we tend to then, what happened without having that direction or somebody to help direct us in the right direction, guess what happened? We end up not doing it. We end up quitting. and we end up falling short on what we was passionate about doing, even though we had a vision for it. And a lot of times we end up saying, look, that's something that I put together, because we see somebody else doing it. They may found the direction of putting it together to be able to execute the plan they set forward. So that's why it's so important. Whatever you're passionate about doing, you have a dream of doing it, and you have a vision behind it. If you don't know the direction of where you want to go and what have you, it's very important that you find somebody like a mentor, somebody that's already doing it, already been through the steps, to help direct you and put you in the right direction so you can be able to execute. That's the point of it all, to get to that point where you able to execute what you set forward to do, whatever plan you put together. Because a lot of times it's easy for us to vision a plan, put it together, but the hardest part is having a direction so we can be able to execute the plan fully. So it's very, very important that you find that direction. If you need help, if you need to get a mentor, you need to get some courses to help direct you. It's very important that you get to that point, because you might have an idea that you're passionate about that may be that one that's going to be your home run hitter for you, that's going to set your life in a different direction for you, right? So it's very important that you do that, guys. But that is the segment. Quote me on that for today, guys. Once again, the quote is, a vision without a direction is just a passionate dream. So that's for all my guys, all my entrepreneurs out here, people pursuing goals, people betting on themselves. This is for you guys. But other than that, guys, man, it's time to get into the topic. Today, we're not going to have a segment of entrepreneurs today. We're going to jump right into the topic for today, guys. Today's topic, like I said, we're going to be talking about is having mental strength as an entrepreneur, because it's very important, and to understand, it's very important that you have mental strength as an entrepreneur, right? It's important that you exercise your mental strength. It's important that you be able to tap into your mental strength. It's very important to understand what mental strength is, right? It's I know I had a show talking about mental health, but it's a difference between mental health and mental strength, even though it falls under the umbrella of, you can say, of mental health and what have you. But mental strength is something that's different, right? Mental strength is something that you're going to need to help you along as an entrepreneur, right? Sometimes, in life, yes, we may be mentally health wise, we may be fine, right? But far as mental strength, we may lack that, things that fall underneath the subject, or the what I want to say, fall underneath the plane of mental strength and what have you, right? So these are some things that I came up with far as things you can work on far as your mental strength. And it's very important, man, that we do that, because you never know, man, as an entrepreneur, it can be rough. Entrepreneurship, like I said, isn't for the weak. Entrepreneurship isn't a lifestyle, like I said so many times, is commitment. You got to be committed to being an entrepreneur, right? It's really no half stepping. Even though if you are a part-time entrepreneur, you're going to still take advantage of the little time that you have, and you're not going to half step with it, right? If you're a full-time entrepreneur, you're going to go all in, because you don't have anything far as a job to fall back on. You don't have any other resources but this that you are working on as an entrepreneur and what have you. So it's very important as an entrepreneur that you are mentally ready for what you're going to take on as an entrepreneur. And sometimes, man, like I said, man, it may be easier for you to get you a mentor, right? That's already been through the trenches of being an entrepreneur, that can help you with the pitfalls that you may run into as an entrepreneur, right? That's why mentors is there for, to help you out, to avoid any obstacles, any pitfalls, anything that's going to hinder you to being successful as an entrepreneur. So it may be important for you to get help, to help you out, what have you. So these are the things that I have for that can help you sharpen up your mental health, exercise and what have you, things to look for, things to work on if you are lacking as far as mental strength and what have you. And first thing on my list is increasing your self-discipline, because it's very important that you work on your self-discipline every day, because that's going to be part of your mental strength to be disciplined, because there's going to be a lot of things out here that's going to try to um, redirect your attention, redirect your focus, and it's going to get you off track of what you want to do far as an entrepreneur. That's why it's so important that you practice every day and you work on being disciplined, and you tell yourself, I'm going to avoid doing these things that's going to stop me from working on my goals, going to stop me from working on my business, going to stop me from becoming better as an entrepreneur. Because we know a lot of times we can wake up and all it takes is getting on Facebook. All it takes is getting on Instagram when we start strolling, and next thing you know, an hour then went past and we haven't worked on anything. We haven't even looked at our tasks for the day of what we should be completing, because we didn't spend an hour to now 2 hours on social media, and we really haven't got anything done, because now you sidetrack. Now you losing your focus, and a lot of things can be going on around you, family wise, going on within your circle of friends that can redirect you, lose your focus and what have you. So it's very important that you practice self-discipline. Practice self-discipline far as anything that's going to distract you from what you need to be working on in that day. So it's very important to be productive. I tell people a lot of times, if you stay productive, it's not going to be easy for anybody to distract you. If you stay productive, it's not going to be easy for you to lose focus, right? That's why it's important that you be productive. Do something. Just don't spend the day not doing anything, because now you're distracted. You're not focused on your plans. You're not focused on your goals. You're not focused on what you need to do to get things done. So that's number one. Number two on my list is your emotions. It's very important, man, that you keep your emotions intact as an entrepreneur, because you got to understand you are creating a business, you are building a business, you are in business, right? So you don't want to make business decisions off of your emotions, because that can 9 out of 10 times lead to making a bad decision that's going to lead you to cleaning up your mess from that decision that you made. That's why it's so important that you practice balance when it comes to your emotions, right? You want to have balanced emotions, right? You want to be able to practice things that are logical, bring you logical reasoning, logical sense to the situation, what have you. So it's very important that you do that, because you want to make business decision off of logic, logical reasoning, logical things that make sense, rather than making things decisions off emotions, because a lot of times when you make decisions off emotions, it really doesn't make sense at the time. You're just making it because off of something that happens, right? And that's the last thing you want to do, is cause yourself to be able to you don't want to cause yourself steps that you may have to take back to clean up in order for you to move forward as an entrepreneur. You don't want to make a decision that's going to lead you down the wrong path for entrepreneurship, that's going to cause you to end your career as an entrepreneur early, right? You want to be able to keep your emotions intact, because you don't want to be unstable as an entrepreneur. Granted, we all are human. We all go through things, right? We all go through different little things in life that may alter your emotion, how you feel, how you react, how you think, and what have you. But you don't want to lose all logical reasoning as an entrepreneur that's going to lead you to making the wrong decision. So it's very important that you practice keeping your emotions intact, because that's very important. You want to be able to lead when you get into business, especially as an entrepreneur. You want to be level headed. You want to come with logic rather than come with emotions and what have you. So it's very important as an entrepreneur that you tap into making sure that you have balanced emotions, and it's not to where you just unstable when it comes to your emotions or what have you. Is very, very important. And number three is responsibility, right? You want to be able to accept personal responsibility because it's very important when it comes to your mental strength as an entrepreneur. You don't have anybody to blame. You don't have no fingers to point to but yourself because it's all on you, right? You are the only one. You're the only one that's building this business, especially when you're just starting as an entrepreneur, right? Who you got to blame but yourself, right? So you got to be able to be in a space where you can you can accept your personal responsibilities of anything that goes wrong, right? You want to be able to do that because if you cannot accept personal responsibilities of things going wrong, having mishap, things not going in your favor and what have you, and you cannot accept that personally, then it's going to be hard for you to accept anything that may be your fault going forward as an entrepreneur, because at the end of the day, no one is going to want to do any type of dealings with you. No one going to want to be part of your team, because at the end of the day, if you're going to be the leader of your business, the entrepreneur and what have you, you're going to have to be the one that takes personal responsibility in anything that happens far as your business and what have you. So that's very important that you be able to not look for excuses. Look for solutions rather than excuses to why things didn't go right and what have you, right? When you're able to take accept personal responsibility, and anything that goes wrong is going to be easy for you to be able to find solutions to fix the problem rather than you finding excuses to why things didn't go right and what have you. So it's very important that you accept everything that goes wrong. You accept it as the leader. You accept the responsibilities of anything that's a mishap and what have you, because at the end of the day, that's going to strengthen you. That's going to be easy for you to be able to move forward to the solution rather than you looking for excuses to why things didn't go right. So number 4 on my list is facing your fears. And that's very important because a lot of times we try to shy away from facing our fears. But at the end of the day, it's going to come a point in time as an entrepreneur that you have to face your fears. You have to face your fears. Something that you don't want to do, but you have to do it in order for you to move to that next level as an entrepreneur. You have to face it. You know, you got to understand in life, it's going to be a point in time where you might have to do something that you didn't want to do, that you tried to avoid and what have you, because it was something that you was afraid to make the decision of doing and what have you. But sometimes you have to do it, right? And I understand a lot of us like to be in our comfort zone. We don't like to do anything that's outside the box. We don't like to do anything that makes us uncomfortable, because, you know, it's a lot of us in today's society that have and deal with anxiety and things that makes us feel uncomfortable, like things that we are afraid of doing and what have you, leads to triggering our anxiety, right? And a lot of times if you find a way to the point where you able to become comfortable of things that makes you uncomfortable, you be able to step out the box. Number 5 on my list is accepting help, asking for help, right? It takes a big person to be able to ask for help, especially things that you don't know how to do, things that you haven't faced before, and you may need help getting past and what have you. See, a lot of times we allow our egos to get in our way of doing asking for help, asking people for advice, you know, especially entrepreneurs that's already established, been through it. Sometimes we don't want to ask for help because we feel like if we have asked for help, it makes us look weak, but it don't. Asking for help, that's what strengthens you. That's what having mental strength is, able to ask for help, keep your ego in check so you can be able to become better as an entrepreneur. It's very important to do that, right? Ask for help. You know, if that's Getting you a mentor. That's very important. I say that all the time. If you get you a mentor that's very good at what they do, that have great results as a mentor, it's nothing wrong with that, right? Asking, just getting a coach, getting some courses, getting things that's going to help you become an entrepreneur, or asking for advice, or getting help to structure your business in a way and point you in the right direction so you can succeed as an entrepreneur. We all want to succeed as an entrepreneur, but if you don't know how to do something and you're avoiding asking for help or any type of advice or accepting help, you're never going to grow as a person, right? You're never going to get to that next level. So ask for help, delegate tasks to people that already know how to do that you're looking to get done, right? Don't try to do it yourself and end up messing up. Now you're causing yourself more time to clean up, right? You have people out there that you can hire, that you can have do things that you're not very skilled in, right? So it's very important that you ask for help, or someone offered the help and you know they can do a good job, and you really need that person to someone to do that far as your brand, or your business. It's not wrong with accepting help, man. It makes you look, that right there let you know that you are growing as a person when you can accept help and be like, I don't know how to do this, I need some help, somebody to come in to help me accomplish this goal. That takes a big person, because I understand we all want to do things on our own, and it makes you feel better in the sense, I was able to do this on my own without help. But this is a business. You are an entrepreneur. You want to do things that's going to help you be able to be successful as an entrepreneur, give you a better chance and what have you. So ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Ask for help. It's nothing wrong with asking for help, man. This is you got to understand, you cannot do everything as an entrepreneur. It's unattainable. You can't do it. Trying to build a business and run a business by yourself is it's not going to happen, right? You're going to need a team of people to help you get out your daily tasks, to be able to create vision, create ideas, innovate your business, do whatever it needs so you can have longevity as an entrepreneur. You're going to need that help from a team and what have you. So it's very important that you do that, right? And number 5 on my list is stress. This is very important, is handling stress, because we all stress. And trust me, being an entrepreneur can be stressful. Being in the field of entrepreneurship is stressful. You're going to have a lot of stressful times, but that doesn't mean because you may be stressed as an entrepreneur, you're going to fold. You're going to give up. You're just going to just not do it anymore, right? That's why it's so important that you exercise your mental strength, because once stress come about, you're going to know how to deal with it. You're going to know how to deal with it in a way where it's not going to stop you or hinder you from doing what you need to do to get your daily tasks done as an entrepreneur. Because understand, stress can physically, mentally kill you, right? Not in a literally sense, but kill you far as you want to do anything. It's like stress is like a paralyzing thing mentally, where it just fatigues you to the point where you don't want to do anything. Everything is just, you don't even see the vision of anything no more, because you allow stress to set in. So it's very important that you take time out and you do self-care for yourself. If that's going on a spa, taking yourself on a spa date, doing some yoga, doing some mental activities per se, and what have you, meditating, doing things, going on vacation. Sometimes you may have to take a break of doing content. You might have to take a step back of working on work and take some days off. Get some mental clarity. You know what I'm saying? Take a vacation. Sometimes it takes that to get rejuvenated again, get your mind going again, because the one thing you don't want to do is get to a point where you burnt out. When you feeling like you about to become burnt out, that's a good stopping point. Or before you even get to that point, find a good stopping point where you can go on a vacation. You can do a mental health day and, take a break from content, take a break from entrepreneurship. Not saying quitting, but just take a break, a day or two, so you can be able to get recharged, because we all need that. We all need to be recharged sometimes, mentally, physically, emotionally. We all need that, because entrepreneurship can be one of them things that can really drain you, because especially if you at the beginning stage and you are building your business, and a lot of times if we don't see the results right away, we become down on ourselves. We become we become unmotivated, right? We become like we don't see any outcome happening anytime soon. We just don't like what's going on and what have you, right? So it's very important that you learn how to deal with stress as an entrepreneur, because it's very important, guys. It's very important. Trust me. You don't want to become burnt out. You don't want to be able to just have a mental breakdown, and you in the middle of building a business or what have you, because you didn't keep your stress. You didn't know how to manage your stress and what have you. That's why it's so important for us to have self-care days as an entrepreneur, guys. It's very, very important, guys. It's very important. So those are some little things, man, that I had on the list far as mental strength, exercising your mental strength, because it's very important, guys, man. Being mentally ready as an entrepreneur before you get to all. This is a message to all my new entrepreneurs out there. A message to my entrepreneurs, people out there thinking about entering the field of entrepreneurship, whether that's full time, part time, what have you, guys. First, work on your mental. Make sure your mental health is intact. Exercise your mental strength, because this is going to be a journey. Like I said many a times, entrepreneurship isn't a lifestyle. It's a commitment. You got to be committed, right? You got to be committed to the sunny days. You got to be committed to the rainy days. You got to be committed to the ups. You got to be committed to the downs, right? Trust me, it's going to be stressful days. You got to learn how to manage your stress. If you are a person that stress a lot, you're a person that doesn't know how to manage your stress, before you think about becoming an entrepreneur, make sure you get that under attack. You get that taken care of, right? Get that intact, get it taken care of, because you don't want to jump into this and you're not mentally ready. You're not mentally stable at all whatsoever, because it's not going to work out for you. Trust me, it definitely is not going to work out for you, guys. But man, thank y'all, man, for tapping in to the Invest brand. But before I go, guys, man, once again, make sure you go over to investbrand.com, because Invest brand, we got a lot of new things coming, guys. A lot of new merch coming. This is one of the shirts that's going to be coming. Just our logo shirt, Invest brand, with the Invest brand hat and what have you, guys. This is a new beginning, the relaunch of the Invest brand and what have you. This is another phase of it and what have you. So Invest brand, definitely go over there, guys. This brand is for people out here pursuing goals. This brand is for new up and coming entrepreneurs, people thinking about becoming entrepreneurs, betting on themselves, investing in themselves. This is for you guys. We are here to keep you motivated and help you with the direction of executing on your greatness as an entrepreneur, because that's very important, guys, to be able to execute. That's the main goal, executing as an entrepreneur, and that's what this is all about, man. Invest brand, that's what it stands for, investing in yourself, because understand, you are messages, you are your own brand. So bring your greatness, always bring your greatness, man. Once you know how to tap into your greatness, make sure you brand it, man, because at the end of the day, you are your own brand. Once again, guys, man, Invest brand.